3, 2, 1. Welcome to Love Machine.
I mean, clap at me, but don't look at me.
Don't look at you, you're shy. As usual. Don't look at me, I'm shy, but also do everything for me. I feel very echoey in here.
Ah, yes, so we're live.
Okay.
Action.
Okay, that was a lot. I'm entitled to compensation for that whole setup.
Just a minute. Oh my God. I forgot to switch to you. Go.
Outrageous. Welcome to another edition of, I don't know, I'm not quite sure what we're on. Episode 11? It doesn't matter because we might relabel them of You May Be Entitled to Compensation. Welcome to You May Be Entitled to Compensation.
Woo!
Okay, yeah, the audience is there.
What? Am I the audience?
What are you talking about?
I was going to say, I thought it was the start.
This is your camera. This is your camera.
I'm looking at you.
Yeah, don't look at, look at that lens.
Okay, right.
Because
I'll
you were
start
looking
again.
at the sofa.
I know, but it's really... Okay, welcome to another edition of You May Be Entitled to Compensation, where I'll get told off for the entire time of not looking into the right camera. Today we have a special guest, and rather than the usual Hachette job I do of like giving an intro, I'm going to read the bio that I've been given.
Good.
This is me becoming one click more professional. So...
Let's do it.
My dear friend Millicent Binks is a writer and performance artist, most recently signed to Hachette's UK Bookouture.
Bookouture.
See, I can't even read, so this is a really good start to my professional
couture
intro.
of books. The couture of books.
Okay.
It's a bookouture.
Bookouture.
Yeah.
For three 1930s murder mysteries, all out this year. Her other writing credits include non-fiction dating pieces for Sunday Times magazine and the Evening Standard. And you're interested in themes of camp ageism, chronological snobbery.
Oh, yeah.
Which we need to discuss because I don't know what that is. And the likes to call out gold goggles syndrome, which I also don't know what it is. Anyway, welcome.
Hi.
To You May Be Entitled to Compensation. Can we?
Yes.
So first of all, what is chronological snobbery?
Oh, that. It's when people go.
Oh, that casual statement.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, there was someone. Who was it? There was some philosopher or whatever said it recently. But it's when people do that thing where they're like, thinking that being progressive or thinking in a new way is always better, and everyone in past were, complete fascists or idiots or I there's the other thing, like moral relativism, like where you...
Okay, again, this is great.
Right,
We're
sorry,
starting out with education. No, it's please tell me what they are. I feel like I know what it is, but I like the
But
explanation.
you do know what it is. So it's kind of like where someone says, oh, they used to do that in the 1920s. And then you're like, well, look at the situation they were in.
Oh,
so
I
it
see,
makes
okay.
it makes it more acceptable by the time or situation
generally
people are
fascism
in.
is working quite well as it's fine, a bit of fascism over that. No, but it's true. But that kind of makes sense, though, isn't it? Like, a bit of fascism back then or misogyny back then was okay.
Oh, I guess, well, things, I hate those two things, but...
I know, but we're using them as bad examples.
Like, yeah, I guess so.
What was it?
It's the term I used was chronological snobbery, where people are like, they think that every new ideology that comes around is so much better than, or like, oh, our parents came from the worst generation, they used to think this and blah, blah, blah. And sometimes I'm just a bit like, well, actually, I wouldn't have minded living at that time.
Well, yes,
like so much better.
also like some manners would be good if they were back.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Do you know
Oh
what
my
I
God, I know manners.
Or
Yeah.
like dating.
Yeah, what the hell?
Like dating
Men
manners,
actually coming
just-
to speak to you. Yeah, I know. Do you know what I mean?
Well, like also just someone trying to operate in some kind of romance or courtship.
Yes, exactly.
Would be more interesting.
Exactly. It's
Like where we are now, which is someone saying "sit on my face" and then ghosting you.
yeah, without even meeting you.
Yeah.
fake.
I feel like we should chronologically, I can't even say it, chronologically go back to some basic form of manners.
Yeah, totally. And then everyone's like, oh, that, you know, the past, everyone thought in such a non-progressive, well, obviously it's non-progressive because it was back then, but that, you know,
I
it's
don't know,
just
but some people were quite progressive.
Yeah, for the time, yeah, exactly. So there's always, we think that
I think we're
100 years'
reverting,
time they're
but
gonna.
I think we're reverting back now, aren't we, to some form of.
Yeah, I
mean,
think so.
especially
It's always like there's always a pushback, isn't there? There's always like people go a bit mad or loose, and then there's like a spin back, like a rubber band.
Well, yeah, like
and
for example, like going back to the point where you can't have abortions suddenly. Do you know what I mean?
exactly. What the hell? That was so crazy, wasn't it? Yeah.
Are we not getting a lot of
so
this
America-
now where everyone's like cancelling people because of their old stuff? Their old stuff's coming up online.
Oh,
And then we're like, yeah, but like back then.
So that's moral relativism. Yeah, it's like relative to the time.
Yeah.
So it was
love
fine
these
at the
new
time.
terms that I
Edna,
didn't know.
this is
Oh,
what
yeah,
happened.
moral relativism. They call it. Oh,
No, but
and
it's
then-
kind of. I suppose. I mean, it's not. I just didn't know that it was.
It was a
both
thing.
of those two things make sense now.
Chronological snobbery. So you kind of
But
don't think about.
and then what is the gold goggles syndrome? I mean, so far I've had small education already. We've already been 5 minutes
goggles.
in.
Gagging on the champers, first of all.
Yeah.
Go on, go in.
Gold goggles is this quite a vulgar thing that it's a term that I made up for my character actually in my novel. She there's a diamond heist in it,
But
and
what's
she
you need to first. What is the? So what is the novel generally?
the
This is a
premise.
series.
It's a series, yeah. And they call it GAD fiction, which is the golden age of detective fiction. So it's a very classic sort of Agatha Christie type novel with a young woman called Opal and her little poodle called Napoleon, and she's a millionaire. She's a millionaire.
I've named one of my first dogs Napoleon.
Did you?
I named them all dictators.
Yeah.
I had
All of your
Napoleon
dogs have
Pol
been-
Pots, and then it went on. But anyway,
You had Pol Pot. That's hilarious. Was it like a little Shih Tzu or something?
no, they were all
we got right
Labradors.
little
But
Shih
like,
Tzu.
my dad used to read them. Sorry, but I used to name
perfect.
them all. I had all dictators. Stalin. Funny way it went on.
It's great 'cause when you
I
have to
just-
go at them, it must sound amazing.
It was. I was just screaming at like Labrador puppies. Pol Pots.
Didn't you have that incident running up the
really
road
bad.
shouting for a dog? Was that
No,
you?
it was in a village. It's fine.
Imagine being in Hampstead and going,
It was in a northeastern village. No one cared. Do you know what I mean? It was already very racist. It was fine. They thought it was good values. But
They
anyway,
wouldn't
sorry,
understood.
I didn't mean to sidetrack.
No,
So
no, it's good.
The
Spin
dog's
off.
called Napoleon. I've got
Yeah, and he has a cute little pom-pom tail, and it provides a lot of comedy, that pom-pom tail. And yeah, it does. It does.
Well, you know, but we don't. So
Okay.
it could be going anywhere with the
It
pom-pom
gets stuck
tail.
in all kinds of things.
Right.
Anyway, and also it shows his personality off. You know, cats, it's their tail, isn't it? But with him, his little pom-pom is, you can see what mood he's in.
Right.
But anyway, there's a diamond heist as in the novel as one of the central themes, and there's just a little part where she goes into a viewing booth to view this diamond, and it's worth about 12 million francs, and in the 1930s that was a lot of money. And she says when she goes in, there was something exhilarating in the prospect of being so close to something inconceivably expensive, though she knew it was the gold goggles effect. When an object is tagged with a pricely sum, it wears an almost magical veil, making it seem far more desirable than it has any business being. Because obviously diamonds, you know, don't have the best most ethical
blood
way of being
diamonds.
sourced.
Yeah.
But then just reminded me of like really, really, really ugly handbags that some people they suddenly become beautiful just because they're.
You mean like a Balenciaga
expensive.
bracelet that's actually just a roll of sellotape, for example?
Literally, that's gold goggles, isn't it?
It's got to. It is like
It's gold
also
goggles.
the idea that you can take said sellotape and wrap the clothing to make it a unique
Oh yeah.
piece.
I quite
It's like
like the sound
baby.
of
It's just that's just.
Yeah, I know.
That is literally just me wrapping you up.
Yeah,
in sellotape.
low
I could do that
Low
for
effort.
free, or actually not for free, but for a lot cheaper than about $6,000 or whatever. So
Exactly, or you can get a 3-year-old to do it. That's gold goggles and low effort, low effort stuff. And then I was just thinking in life, like you get all those really, really hideous houses on, what is it, Selling Sunset or something.
oh, they're selling sunset.
And then you're like, God, you know, you could have like a prettier shoebox than that. Do you know what I mean? Like just move into the tiniest little place, which is really cute, like a lovely cottage. And it's the gold goggles effect, I feel like.
yeah.
I get gold goggles.
Do you?
Yeah.
What about?
I don't know. I just like. I suppose when I look at like really nice cars and it's in like a really shitty green, and you're like, what the fuck did you do? Like,
Yeah.
obviously it's just my interpretation, but someone spent like £250,000 on a car that looks like a bogey.
Yeah,
And you think to yourself,
exactly.
why?
Yeah,
What did you do
yeah.
that for? And
Yeah,
then I'm
right
like, well,
colour.
actually, I think I've been guilty of that when I
Do
go
you
out on the
think?
street and I think I look shit hot, and people look at me and they're like, you look like a cunt. And I'm like, thanks, gold goggles.
I mean, totally.
Yeah.
I kind of like the
But it's the money you've spent on the outfit, and then you're like, why did I do this? It looks shit.
I know,
Like
but-
this dump that I've got on now, I've just burnt plastic bags onto it. I'm like, I'm done with my
Oh
gold
my God, I
goggles.
just noticed.
Yeah, it's like a hot
Wow,
glue
it looks
gun.
like tar.
It does actually
I
smell
was in a
like you've done
fire.
that.
I was in a fire.
I mean,
What, for real? Or you,
No,
wait,
No,
you
I
put
had,
it in
I
there?
had one of them guns that like heats things up, and then it set the
Glue
thing.
gun.
And I was like, oh, that's quite handy. And I just went down by it.
torch.
Blowtorch, that's it. Yeah.
Amazing.
Fancy me
Looks
getting
really
my blows
good.
mixed up.
I mean,
Look at
today
that.
we've got you with a burnt gilet.
Thank
and
you.
Then Millicent is wearing a very
Millicent's
lovely.
glammed up.
And then I'm
Look at
wearing
that.
a trouser. A very. We're both quite curtainy.
In fact, no,
Yeah,
we better
yeah,
see
yeah.
your trouser because
I
you're
know, but
looking
the trouser
very
is- the trouser
Soviet from top up.
I know, but I can't really. Can't
She's
really
a
show the
Soviet
power of the
ballerina.
trouser.
Oh, look at
They were
that.
like, is that one of our other guests made me some trousers, and I'm very pleased with them.
Yeah.
They're very grand hipped trousers.
They're amazing. And you literally have to hide things in there, otherwise
Yeah.
it'd be a complete waste.
I will hide all my
Oh,
gold
buckets
goggles
of-
in there.
Yeah, totally.
Trousers for
Bottles of champagne.
shoplifting.
I had the most genius way of hiding something once. I brought, in my 20s, you know, when we used to sometimes bring booze into a club. So I
Or
put...
still, possibly everyone is still doing that at the
Yeah,
moment.
probably. Now cocktails are like £30 each.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Insane.
Yeah, and it's you down it in about 2 seconds. No, I put a bottle of Prosecco inside an umbrella once, and it went, "Vroom," and it was in the umbrella,
That
and I
is-
took it in somewhere.
I mean, that is.
This was in my 20s, and then, I mean, it was a really heavy umbrella, but it was quite good. It was
yeah, but
quite
you would have
worked
pulled
quite
it
well.
off. You would have had some kind of hat.
That's so good.
So I've known Millicent because she was one of you wrote about my spankers years ago.
did, yeah.
So I used to make these. They were called the bottom blushers. They were for Coco de Mer. Well, they ended up being for
So
Coco de Mer.
good.
And essentially, you could just hit members of the general public, and also you became one of my bottom blushettes.
Oh yeah, I did, along with Valeria, one of my dearest
Valeria
friends.
and Esme as well.
Oh yes.
And we used to do
Yes,
these
yes.
shows called God Spank the Queen.
Yeah, and there was all these different moves. They were absolutely
It was
amazing.
like 11. I was like
Is this like
11.
live performance?
Yeah, it
or-
was like
Yeah.
it was God Spank the Queen. There was
was
like
really
7.
fun.
There was 11 levels, like Spinal Tap levels of spank. Now I was level 11 because I had no skill and just wanted to hit everybody. But
Oh my god, I've got a spanking story in a minute.
between 1 and 11 were like various different levels. Like level 5 was like mute Gary, who would just come in, you know, and then I had like beautiful women that would do various different levels, and then I'd just come in and just hit angrily.
You would really want to. You would do
Just wanted to. So anyway,
my
I think
God.
I've started to make some new ones. Actually, I'm going to have to send you. I've made this new one that would match this outfit. It's like, it's that colour but suede with like fur. I'm going to send you a picture of it. Anyway, God Spank the Queen, I think it's God Spank the King.
Oh, it is now, isn't it?
You know what I mean? Like, I think I was going to discuss if it's time to bring it back.
Oh, it is, and it's such a fun thing to watch as well as a sideshow.
Oh, also tiny
it's such a
bit.
fun thing to watch.
I could tell. I can give you my spanking story.
Yes, please.
Oh yes, please.
Oh my god!
I'm just doing some, like,
right,
on-site
when I used to be a hooker,
section.
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Thank
one
you.
of my first ever
A street
clients.
walker.
Yeah, this
That
guy.
statement. What did you say? When I used to be a hooker.
I was a hooker once.
Oh, wow.
A street walking one.
But like, what do you mean a street walk?
Okay, no. So
on
when
the
I
street.
first started coming on the scene, I used to kind of do my work down by Piccadilly Circus.
Yeah.
And pick people up.
Oh, so
Yeah.
you were on the street. I
was
love
on
it.
the street.
You weren't doing it online.
I did like
I love
Dunkin'
it.
Donuts to Burger King was my like little patch.
Oh my god! I thought you were going to say something else about
Yeah.
Dunkin' Donuts then.
And then this guy goes to me. I tell you what, I'm going to give
were
you.
you dunking?
No, I was only the police
That was his route. That was his route. He started off with Dunkin'
Yeah,
Donuts.
because you can't do the whole Piccadilly because it's already like there's red boys that have it like clipped already. Like you can't go beyond Dunkin' Donuts to the cafe because someone's already got that badge. Oh yeah, it's so pretty
Yeah.
woman.
Yeah.
How old were you at this stage?
I
though?
must have been like, how old was I last week?
This was last week.
Yeah, no, I must have been like 20, like 19, 20. And then this guy goes to me, he's like, come back to my house and I'll like sort you out with some money. And I was like, oh, okay then. So I get back to his house.
This was
It's
the
like,
first time you ever did it, or
That's
no?
maybe like the 5th time.
Oh, right.
Because every time it's like a special occasion.
Oh, you
Yeah,
get
I got a
more
great story for each
Did you
time.
get more professional? Like, I mean, you did tell me a few good stories.
This one, yeah, this is a good one. Oh my god, I got to tell you the
Okay,
stamp
great.
one. But this guy goes, okay, I'm going to give you £10 for every single spank that you take.
No.
Yeah, and I thought I'm fucking up for this.
$1,000 spanks.
You're gonna be
Imagine
rich.
in my head.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking £10, 20. Oh my god, I can buy so many Benson hedges. Like that's all I thought. Like oh my god, like for every spank I'm gonna buy some trainers. I get some Benson hedges.
That is really motivating.
It was very motivating. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
hardcore. This guy's got a fucking. I turn up at his flat. He's got like a desk, like a school desk from the 1950s. Like, and I had to like
with the lid
pull my
and
pants
everything.
down. Yes,
God.
lid, everything. There was nothing in there. I checked. So he goes for everyone. So I'm like, okay, I calculate everything. I can go. I bet I can fucking go. So he gets out his like a cane or a ruler. So I sat up and everything. So I bent over and he's like, okay, number 1. So he like spanks me like really hard. And like it took about 2 or 3 seconds for me to turn around and go, well, that's the bus fare. I'm leaving. I couldn't take
hard?
another one. It was so hard. yeah.
come on.
So I got
you
£10.
needed-
he
That
just
was
wanted a
it.
little tenner.
Yeah, we
I bet
gave
you
me
enjoyed
£10.
that. I bet you really enjoyed only giving you a tenner.
On the way home, but I'd still
I
managed
feel
to get
so
some.
disappointed
I know.
in you.
I was new, and I kept thinking,
We
don't
should've-
damage the goods, girl, because you've got to get out by the dilly again. And if she fucks you up, it's worth more than a tenner.
that prime little rum.
Yes. Yeah, the prime
Yeah.
rum. You don't want to get it all black and blue.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, that's the excuse I use now. I was actually just a little bitch. I'm not doing any more than
You're
that.
like, I'm
Yeah.
not submissive.
Yeah, he was one of those hardcore fucking like.
I know, because that's
Like when you
That's
meet
the
that
beauty.
person and you're like,
that's
okay.
why we gave levels 1 to 11. Do you want?
Oh, so I didn't
Do you
know
see
that.
what I
What's the
mean?
levels? So
Yeah.
if you're level 11, you go
Well-
in like a crazy.
Well, I was level 11. As someone that was level,
Level 11.
Still is level 11. I don't know what level you were. You were kind of like a mid-level.
Oh, with how hard I spanked.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'd make it into a theatre thing, so I had all
Yeah.
these different moves.
Was
Where I
much-
spun it up, and I was
She
like,
would do a
boom,
double
and
spank
upwards.
and like
yeah, yeah.
double
I'd run up,
it
run up and
together.
spank.
Basically,
Yeah.
Innocence was far more.
Oh, and then
it was
flap the cheeks.
Oh, that was a
back
good
and
one.
forth.
She
Oh,
did
that's
a
a
little,
good one.
little goosing kind of technique as well. Do you know what I mean?
Duck noise, ducktails.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was very good, but also because
Very
you were a
creative.
performer, you were like burlesque. It was kind of more burlesque.
Yeah, yeah,
Mine
it
was
was.
just
Was this
terrifying.
Torture Garden?
Yeah.
No, this was like
You're just in the
various
bus
different
stop.
places.
Yeah,
down
I
the road.
remember
I mean,
in
it could have been-
Shoreditch, do you remember that massive, huge warehouse
Oh
we did it
yeah,
at?
there was
I
just
didn't
me
even know
and
what event
you.
that was
I don't know
for.
what that was. I
Yeah,
think it was.
it wasn't
for
even a show.
corporate event.
Corporate, yeah.
Yeah, it was for a corporate event that we got hired to
Yeah,
spank
literally.
people.
I know. Can
It's
you
like the
imagine?
CEOs of Waitrose.
It was just
It's
me.
like, yeah.
That was just me and you, though, wasn't it? Just
Yeah,
manning.
I think so.
It was just manning the spanking post.
Yeah, we were.
I remember being in a red red silk catsuit.
Wasn't it?
Or like
yes,
silky,
it
silky,
was.
like all in
It was a
one.
catsuit, and then I wore like a little mini butlers, like tails.
Crucial.
Yeah,
She's
and then like a little gold hot pants thing.
Just a casual outfit for spanking.
Yeah.
And heels,
Casual
obviously.
spankers.
With
Yeah.
we're gonna have to put a picture of them on because it wouldn't make. I think I've got that picture actually. I'm gonna get that back.
You know,
out.
those were the days when you could only take one picture on your phone because it would take up too much memory, and then you delete it the next day. You'd be like, I want to take a selfie now, and so I lost all those pictures.
I'll bring some of them back because I had to
Yeah.
archive a load of stuff, so I've got to. I mean, we're about 10 minutes and we've not even discussed. This is the thing we've not even discussed.
Well, just a minute. If it's the first photo, it couldn't have been that long ago. Because when I was getting spanked one time for a tenner, it was all about the pager.
Oh shit!
Yeah, you
Oh
couldn't
no,
take
this was
pictures
like
or anything.
2012. So it was
Maybe even earlier because I was with.
Well, no, I only
was
made
with,
them
I
in
was with
2000.
Byron though. Oh, so you made them in 2011?
I
did
made
you?
them in 2010.
10,
Oh, it must
okay.
be maybe about 11.
10, 11, yeah,
We can take some of this
Yeah.
out. We
12,
don't need to know our
No, no.
chronology.
Yeah.
No one needs to know this chronology. We're like, wow. Was it Tuesday or April?
Yeah.
I think it was probably 2011 because you were dating Byron at then. Like,
Yeah, I
bye,
was.
Byron. Big bad.
What happened to Byron?
Byron dated everybody.
I don't know Byron.
Oh, right.
No,
Yeah.
but I think we should not.
I think we
name and shame.
dated.
Yeah.
We're not doing a naming show. Well, there's a
It's gonna
first.
be some shame.
Well, listen, we don't tend to shame.
No.
Yeah.
We don't tend to name. Well, we
Yeah.
shame. We don't name.
Yeah. It's
Okay, let's we can
But
shame
I think
without
we can start.
naming.
We can start with one. Since we've now gone from I mean, I feel like I should at some point later on maybe tell the story about the escorting story, but not at the moment.
Which one?
You know the one. But anyway, not for anyway.
Oh, that's such a good story.
I know, but first of all, I want to hear the whole point of this podcast is to talk about some compensation rather than me us three to
Are we going
catch
to go
up.
straight into the compensation
you
claim?
could have taken that guy to court for hitting you too hard and only getting £10.
Yeah.
And we could have taken to get compensation, and those corporate people could have taken us to court to get compensation for spanking
But they
them.
could, but they had paid us as an experience, and they
Yeah.
thought they maybe had like gold goggles on.
I love it. It
the
was-
whole thing.
It was like before all these rules came out, wasn't
Well,
it?
are there still that rules though? Because
the
the
consent
rules are now that
rules.
you could be a fascist. So,
Yeah, exactly,
like,
yeah.
I feel like we should go back.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
the other rules when people are kind of more fun.
yeah, exactly, more fun.
Less fascist, genocidal, and more fun.
Yeah,
In general.
and take things for what they really are, rather than this like ideology, ideas and yeah.
Now, but
Anyway.
I do. You did come to present as a case for what you might want compensation for.
So you're my Judge Judy's.
We can judge Judy's.
We'll Judy you.
So what did you bring to our table?
So all these years, I've had a really bitter feeling that I should have, and I probably still should, get compensation for when I freeze my eggs in lockdown.
So what did you do?
So-
How did you freeze them in lockdown? It was
Yeah,
That's
it was still
already
open. Yeah, it was beginning of 2021. So it's when we were all kind of coming in and out.
Yeah.
And I had this. I think lockdown gave me this really crazy shrunken world feeling, like there's nobody in the world. And I thought I also didn't trust myself that I would ever meet a nice guy.
no, but I got extreme biological grief in COVID.
Yeah, me too.
Like
That's
extreme,
what
it was extreme. It was.
Yeah.
I felt like I was never going to meet anyone ever
Yeah,
again, and that
yeah.
I had failed my biological imperative.
Yeah.
And that was it.
That's how I was feeling too.
Really, it was really traumatic.
Yeah, I know. And then
I couldn't afford to egg freeze, so I'm like,
yeah. But I mean, yeah.
So you went full on in.
I went full on in.
And you weren't seeing anyone at the time anyway.
No,
you were just
I wasn't.
it's weird. You're the first person that I've spoken to that went through something similar.
Yeah, in lockdown, yeah.
It was like I felt so critically alone.
I
How
know,
did you
and then
freeze
Women's Hour
eggs in
didn't make it any
lockdown?
better.
Well, this is
Pardon?
what we're getting into.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying.
Was it open?
The egg freezing place. Yes, it opened.
Well, of course
I mean,
it was.
they
It was
were
probably doing really
cashing
good
in.
business.
Just
Because everyone was in biological grief, clearly.
Yeah, they were cashing in. They were absolutely cashing in.
So where did you get? Where was this? In London?
Yeah, it was bank.
Oh well, good. I think we can name and shame those because some people need to be named and shamed.
Or
Right.
you can bleep it, whatever you want to do.
No. I think but I think some of it is like if it's not like I mean I think you can name and shame, do whatever you want. But anyway, sorry.
And I've got over the fear of them binning my eggs because at first I thought, if I complain, they're going to bin the eggs.
How long do
can't
they
do
keep
that.
your eggs for?
10 years.
It's 10 years, yeah. And then I think...
Do you have to pay every single year, or is it like one-time fee?
monthly.
Yeah.
It's such a
Monthly
fucking
for
con.
10 years?
No, it's such a fucking con. And you know what? If you were like in a partnership, this is the fucking thing. This is what we should. Single women should be entitled to compensation. Full fucking stop.
Yeah.
Because you could fucking say that you were in a relationship with anyone and get IVF and get your eggs frozen.
I didn't know that.
Yes. Yes.
They don't have to meet the guy. It can be a phantom person.
Well, as long, but if you're honest, you have to go and do the private option, which is 10k and then a fucking monthly payment.
yeah, or
It's fucking outrageous. Plus a monthly payment to keep
it's
them.
30 quid a month for the next 7 years
Where
now.
the fuck did you get 10k from?
Oh, well, it just,
It just
whatever.
fell on your lap.
Just because she
Savings or whatever.
She has money.
God.
But
She works.
Oh my
She's-
god.
No, but the point is, I think it's
We
outrageous.
brought
is
the
that-
champers. That's why it's
No,
shit.
No, but I think it's on average around that. You know, you would get it frozen if you're in a relationship for free.
I didn't fucking know that.
Before
So I'd have to
42.
pretend. I'd have to pretend that I tried and I didn't, and they'd never even have to meet the guy.
Yeah. Well, you might have to. You could bring any of us in.
Yeah,
I could wear a
take Kevin.
moustache and go in. Do you know
Why
what I
the
mean?
hell did I not think
Because
of
they don't give you any.
They don't tell you.
They don't tell you. Of course, they don't tell
Yeah.
you because you're going to be penalised. This is why it's kind of bad. Because if it's like,
So some women are doing that. They're pretending.
of course they are.
I'm doing it for. Why the fuck am I too nice?
No,
Yeah.
but
Are
it's
you still paying for eggs?
Yeah.
Anyway, but
them eggs
so
out, get them
that's
out.
a side point. I might be making stuff up, but that's what I
Yeah.
investigated because I went to the doctors to see what I could do, and I couldn't because I couldn't afford 10k.
Right.
It was like either go abroad,
Yeah.
or they will, but I said it's wild that I'm penalised for this person, for somebody that just hasn't had sex for the sake of it and would be ideal parent. It's wild that I'm not given any support, but I could bring a boyfriend in that I found off the street tomorrow and say that I'm in a relationship and you would help me and put me
Can we
through
pause you there for a sec?
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you just say ideal parent?
What?
Do you think you're going to be an ideal parent?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, she is.
No, but come on.
Have you like
shut
do you-
up. I mean, this, but like, you
Babe.
can't even argue with that.
No, but some people aren't good parents. No, I can't say I would be a good parent. I would be shit. Like,
sure,
just
but like-
honestly.
No, you'd
so
be so
you
much
honestly,
fun.
you're like, I would be fucking brilliant.
I would be a great.
You would.
Yeah,
You'd be
I would
so
I'd be very
stimulating.
good. Like I know what I'm like with kids. It's not the point. It's the fact, the way that you were penalised in this system for being, for not just choosing any, for not just.
Yeah. Also, there's these fucking men. It kind of happened to me. I was in my early 30s and I was seeing this guy, and I always wanted to get married and have the babies and do all that sort of stuff. And he kept saying, oh, yes, let's do it. That's the plan we're on. And then he'd change his mind and then we'd split up. And then he'd come back and be like, yeah, this is the plan, blah, blah. And he's just wasting my time.
No, but that's cruel.
So it's cruel.
It's real cruel.
It's
You're
actually-
entitled to compensation for that.
Exactly.
Because that is basically gaslighting.
Gaslighting and wasting my
It's wasting
time.
your-
I said to my mum, I was like, he's damaged my fertility. She's like, he hasn't. And he probably hadn't, but you kind of think men can just get away
I know,
with
but
that.
I think they should be banned from like having. They can't have children past 55. I think they should be given some rules because the fact that we have to biologically.
I know.
You know what I mean? Deal with it.
Yeah.
I think they should also have to deal with it. I don't think it's
Totally.
okay for them
But
to be
also they can ruin it for
75 having
women.
kids.
Oh, I know.
It's fucking gross.
Yeah.
My father had kids again, and at like, I think about 65. And he wasn't dealing with his other children. It's like, babes, like, handle your own shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, sorry, I've gone off topic, but it's...
No, it is the topic. Because it's the top reasons why we need compensation.
Well, yeah, so because it's already traumatic. So you went through this in COVID, and you were like, I'm going to freeze them. I'm going to use my savings.
Yeah. Because also I saw when COVID comes out, everyone's going to go crazy with dating, and I thought I can't fall in love with another guy who says we're on that path, and then it doesn't happen. So I thought if I just freeze it before I go out.
Oh, so because this previous relationship had basically used that as they tortured you with that on some level.
I think that was probably what he was using to get me back or something.
Like, so dark, but it's so
dark.
It's fucking dark as fuck.
Yeah.
You're entitled to full compensation.
Yeah, I am. I absolutely fucking am. Give me a testicle. Or both.
No problem. We're going.
Yeah, we're going in.
I'm sanctioned. I've got to get these hammers. So
a pound of flesh.
Yes.
A pound of it's like doubted. So you basically went. But then it gets worse. So you
Oh yeah.
So you go. You find an egg. You find an egg agent.
Yeah.
What is it?
A back door.
Is it egg freezer?
We need an eggfluencer. Yeah, we need egg agency.
So
egg nursery. Oh yeah. So it was really funny. So this was the actual name of the nurse that dealt with me. I mean, I've already told you what clinic it was. Maybe I shouldn't say the actual name.
Yeah.
But you can bleep it. You can bleep it if you want. But just so you'll get your laugh, it's hilarious. She was called Egle. Egle. It's a Swedish name. She was called Egle. Yeah.
It's also an Lithuanian name.
Oh, I think she might be different. Yeah. Egle. That was it. Egle.
It's Eastern European, I think.
Yeah.
One of my really good friends is called
Egle.
Egle. She's laying eggs.
The hell.
That is insane.
I know, it was fucking hilarious.
Why does the story have to go from like darkness to then like
my nurse was
Black
called
Mirror?
Eddie.
Do you know what I mean? It has to go like we're already in like the darkest of times. Now everything's going to become a fucking gallows humor comedy.
Oh yeah, massively. So satirical,
so
crazy.
Egle was like managing your eggs.
And then so she was like, you have to eat 2 eggs a day. This is
fuck
yeah,
off.
you do.
This is insane.
So good.
Because of protein.
So good.
Yeah. You have to eat 2 eggs a day for the protein. This is real.
This is an eggspiracy.
It was an experience.
Is it just to get more? Is it just to get more eggs?
Probably. It's a whole experience. I mean, and then the misogyny comes in. So
What do you mean?
So you have to do these injections for like
all in your stomach.
Yeah, and it's amazing because the needle's so thin that you don't feel it. It was bizarre. I was so terrified of doing it the first time, and then it kind of like goes in like butter, and you're like, oh, that was weird, and kind of like a weird experience. And then you do that for 2 weeks.
An experience.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
And then you feel and then you're like, why am I doing this? And then you have to. So I saw a nurse before the day that they are to take them out, and she gave me a form, and she said, don't eat anything the day before you go into the clinic because it's NB, what is it, nil by mouth. I
love nil by mouth. I'm always saying that to everybody.
Yeah,
nil by mouth.
Only in the other area.
Exactly. Only in my oven.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway.
So good.
And I didn't know what the fuck that meant. It was NBM on the form. How the fuck is a normal person going to do that? And also, are you too lazy to type out, please don't eat anything or drink anything the day before? Because I've had operations before where you can drink something, water in the morning, and the operation goes fine. So I was in the clinic, and it's in Harley Street, okay, so it's kind of like it's not hospital.
They could afford to spell the words out.
Yeah, they could. And it's not, apparently, if you have a procedure in Harley Street, like a clinic. It's not like a hospital where they can resuscitate you if something goes wrong. So there was all these.
DNR. Do not resuscitate.
Yeah, this is.
Do
I know.
not
But you have the
resuscitate.
Mayo Clinic round the corner there and loads of other private hospitals there, so...
Yeah, they could have rushed me out. But anyway, so they had all these fridges in the waiting room, and I obviously hadn't eaten anything, and I was just like, oh, I'll have a bottle of water. And there's all these other dads and stuff around. I know. There's all these other dads around.
Please don't tell me they're serving egg sandwiches. I mean, that'll be the end of it for me.
Sweetie Todd.
She's like, guess what I
Todd.
did?
That's so sweetie. This whole story's quite sweetie Todd.
It is, isn't it? Yeah. And so I had this bottle of water, and the fucking anaesthetist. Sorry, am I allowed to swear on this?
Yeah.
So the anaesthetist. Yeah, the anaesthetist came out and was like, and saw, why the fuck did I have the bottle in my hand? He saw the bottle in my hand and was like, you didn't drink that, did you? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, well, we can't put you to sleep. We're going to have to take the eggs out with you awake.
Fuck off.
I know. But the problem is, I just thought, I was like, right, I'm going to reschedule. But the problem was, they said, you can't reschedule because your
you've
hormones are
injected
prime
you-
now.
yeah.
Literally.
And if
This
you
is it.
don't do it now, you have to pay all the money again and do it all again. And it's like
all this
so
egg
you're
harvesting
conscripted,
business.
like you have to do it there
It's
and then
like an
awake.
egg harvest, like, it's very
Yeah.
Handmaid's Tale vibes.
And so why didn't you drink it?
So I had to. I drank the water because I was fucking
I know,
thirsty.
but you
I
think a
didn't
bit
really-
of fucking water.
Because before I've had
I'm
operations where you can still drink water.
I'm surprised at a little bit of water. But they should have fucking told.
I know. And then I said, well, do you have any Valium? And they were like, no. You just have to go in. Yeah.
By the way, where did you go with the Valium though?
I
It's a
know.
really interesting question. I'm always trying to get Valium.
She's like, you got any Valium? I've got some MDMA, but no Valium.
A really weird segue. Yeah. You have any Valium? Why? Because you thought that
Totally
would
off
numb you enough.
subject. Yeah.
But like, to try and numb your...
Because I'm doing it awake, so I thought something needs to relax me.
Oh,
Because they're taking the eggs out awake.
yeah, you could have had poppers.
Because they were going to put me to sleep completely. They were going to put me completely asleep.
Okay.
And that's why they couldn't do it, because I had a drink. And I said, well, why not? I've had...
No, I
I've
got
had
that, but
yeah.
but they couldn't give you anything though.
They didn't have anything. And I'm like, why don't you have something for people that maybe don't want to be put asleep or, you know...
No, because you could get...
Yeah, people had a mistake like
But
mine.
did they do that thing to you? I got sliced open once and they went into my lung, but the guy's like, you have to be awake for this. So they
really?
did that morphine. Is it morphine? Yeah. And so I got morphined up, and
nice.
they cut me opened it up, and just went in, and I watched it.
Fuck were you? What's going on?
Wow.
I've often watched my own surgeries though with like locals. I mean, like I watched my own toe get bunny like bird. It was quite yeah. But I mean, but I wouldn't also advise it. I think sometimes it's good. Anyway, go on. Especially with the womb though. Like it's like,
especially with the womb.
I did.
You're in the womb.
No, I had a
I'm in
general
the
when I
lung.
had.
She's got a bad toe.
So, yeah,
No,
no,
It was a toenail.
Babe. They went in and saw the bone.
Oh.
whoa.
They put a stent in the back of my leg, which I would never do again. It was insane. It was like, they literally just electrocute my. They said, "Oh, you don't need a general. It'll be fine." Fuck them.
Off.
That
Give
was
me
the
the
worst thing.
morphine.
And they said, "You'll just need a local." The local involved basically electrocuting my leg for 20 minutes, like this. I mean, it was so painful. I was screaming, and I have a high pain threshold. And I was like, it was like this until like the leg went.
When it's doing that.
No, but that's what they do. They like electrocute the vein to lose all feeling.
What the hell?
And then they operate because I had no feeling because they fucking basically
Electrocuted you.
Frankensteined my leg. I was literally like,
Is it to do with the vein or the nerves?
Was this just for a bunion?
No, it wasn't a bunion. It was like osteoarthritis toe. They sawed the bone off
Oh.
just for a bunion.
Just for a laugh.
Just because I
was
have nothing to do on a Wednesday. Yeah. Anyway, so go on. Sorry, didn't mean to
Oh, yeah,
do that dramatic performance. But
Yeah.
So, did they
wheeled
do
me
it?
down the corridor. Yes, they wheeled me down the corridor because I was like, I'm not paying all that and then not getting
No,
it done.
that's outrageous.
And they also said to me, some women opt for it to be done. And I'm thinking in my head, well, did they actually regret it?
Yeah.
Did they
wheeled me down
really
the corridor.
opt for it?
Yeah, and then there was a really sweet nurse who held my hand. She was like, "We can do fridges, and she was so like
fucking
sweet
hell.
about it that I thought that's like, I know, I was like, this is gonna be bad.
The
for you to be
Hilton
so,
with the Sound of Music.
Yeah,
about
This is a
it.
new
Yeah,
nurse.
it's very Von
Yeah.
Stetson.
Not Eglay.
Oh,
Yeah.
dear
It was a different one. Yeah,
It's a different
It
one.
was a different one. I nearly like squeezed her hand so hard I think she lost
exactly.
her blood. Anyway, and I said, "What are the fridges? What was the fridges of water for then? Who are they for?" And they were like, "Oh, the dads."
Fuck the dads.
Fuck
So
the dads.
they've got fridges there for the dads who are waiting for their wives to have the eggs done. They didn't think of putting a sign on the fridges saying, "Please don't drink if you're having a
This
procedure."
is wild.
I know.
I think
know.
it's wild that we got back to the fridge.
Yeah.
We
Oh,
just
sorry,
went off
sorry.
on like
I'm going-
20 minutes.
Right, we're going down the corridor.
Can
we're
I
going down
just
the
say,
corridor.
well done.
And then
sticking with us for that long.
Yeah. And the room, though, is so scarily ugly. And I'm thinking, this is why you put people to sleep, because the room is so fucking dodgy and like ugly looking. You know, it was just. I think if they knew people were awake, it would have looked nicer. It was just really scary.
High expectations
Well,
for this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean,
it's
it wasn't
the
the
art
bloody
direction.
NHS.
Oh, so you didn't get drugged? When I went for surgery
anyway,
and... Go
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, go on.
Oh, I was just, So I had my legs in stirrups, and then this doctor comes in with a massive needle about that long to pierce through your vagina wall into your. They give you a tiny local, again, a rubbishy local. They give you a tiny local, and they pierce your vagina wall and start sucking out the eggs, and it takes about 10 minutes. And it was like, sometimes she'd hit a
Torture.
nerve, and other times she wouldn't,
my
and I'd stop.
God.
I'd squeezing this woman's hand, like, and I just remember thinking, like,
Is it worth it?
is it worth it? Yeah. And then there's a hatch in the wall where they suck the eggs out to, and there's a lady who's freezing them as they come out, and she kept poking her head out and was like, "We've got 7," you know, trying to be like,
Oh my God,
you know,
it's like a
it was
weird
surreal.
canteen.
It's like
it was
a
real
weird
surreal.
egg
Yeah.
hunt.
Yeah, it was all, everything was so eggy themed.
Yeah.
And
This is torture, though.
I know, and then I went back and then stayed in, you know, they were like, "You got 18 eggs," or something, which was apparently quite good. But I had polycystic ovaries, so I think sometimes you produce more if you have that.
A poly what?
Polycystic ovaries. It's going to be a long one. We're going to
It's
have to
it's
give you a
gonna be learning
PDF about that
curve.
later.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
I'll pick that one up.
it means that you
It's a
can't
poly, yeah.
necessarily get naturally pregnant immediately.
Yeah, not always immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it.
And
So they might not all be fertile. Some of
yeah,
those.
they might be like dodgy
Yeah.
eggs.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Very briefly, that's not a very good summary,
Yeah.
but like,
Yeah, yeah.
I'll read the PDF.
Yeah.
Yeah. we'll get
Yeah.
there.
I mean, not even I understand it. But
because we're not even told about it properly.
yeah, literally. And then I called my mum, and she was like, "I told you not to do it. They're just taking your money." And I was like, "I know, but I'm never going to meet anyone." And then I met my husband a month later.
It's always the way.
Literally a month later. I know.
Always
I
the
know.
way.
I know.
Yeah, but
literally
you
a month-
wouldn't have immediately wanted to have children with him.
Exactly. Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
the whole point
Yeah,
of this,
yeah,
what you
yeah.
were doing is trying to. Perhaps you did meet him because of this.
Yeah, I
action.
said to the
Do you see what I
universe,
mean?
yeah,
Because you were like,
yeah.
if I take this over here, then
Yeah.
I don't have to put the pressure on meeting someone and being.
That's the other reason I did it, because I thought I don't want to go back into the dating world being like desperately like begging these guys to, you know.
I know, but I
stay
think
with me.
we're
Do you know what I mean?
as women.
So
I
it's
think
like-
we're entitled to conversation. I was told when I was
Yeah.
34, which is like over 10 years ago now,
Yeah.
that I was undateable at 34 because people would think I would want to have their child, and I was like, do you know what? And
You've
so
got age-
for the
what the
past
fuck?
10 years, I'm
Yeah.
like, I still don't like.
It's so fucked up.
I wouldn't want to have your child just even if I had one last egg.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I mean, I have like extreme biological grief, but I wouldn't just have a child with someone.
Yeah.
With my last egg.
Yeah, the last one.
With just anyone. Like, do you know what I mean? I really feel like
Absolutely.
that. I feel like, okay, I wasn't
Yeah.
able to afford to freeze them. Because,
Yeah.
and someone else, a friend of mine actually, that I love dearly, but his frozen eggs, she went, well, but if it was important to you, you would have frozen them. And I was like, if you tried to be an artist for 25 years, like I thought that
Yeah.
was, I think that whole judgment around it as well.
Totally,
It's
yeah.
like, I think it's obnoxious
yeah.
to expect someone to pay over 10k
I know.
and then to
It's
freeze
so
some eggs
unfair.
and then to say that basically I've got shamed by a few women who've said, well, if it was one of your priority goals, but then, and I thought, fuck you, like,
off. off.
You've had a husband for this, or you've never paid rent, or you've never.
Yeah.
Do you know the kind of level of privilege that comes from it? I don't think as women we should have to pay that much.
No, especially as
as single women.
They
Sorry,
probably
I got
get
ranty now,
but that's the thing. They probably get erectile dysfunction stuff for free on an NHS.
They will.
But we don't.
We don't get anything as it's wild. As I said, if you could pick any random person on the street and you could probably go and get out.
It's because they don't want us to wait. They don't want us to be like, oh, if we let every woman freeze their eggs for free, everyone would wait until they're 40 to do it and to have a baby or something. You know, it's controlling.
But also then you've got someone like Elon Musk, who is like all the billionaires that are doing this weird like handmaiden's fucking reproduction pipeline of like, you will father my offspring. And then they just leave all these children out there. It's kind of why this. Anyway, sorry.
But he's got to do that. He's got to show the picture of what he actually looks like to like potential mothers of his children. Because what you're looking at with Elon, and when he's like, you're going to have my kids and I'm going to give you all this money.
I've missed this story. Wait, he's sperm donor. He's a sperm donor.
No, he's literally paying women. Like he's got about 14 of them.
When did I not see this?
I don't know. You've got to get into
it too much. I need to like.
There's an amazing. There's a trans child that's against him. That's one of his first kids, and she is complete. They fight all the time.
No, this is now. He's like literally paying women to basically.
Someone just refused, didn't they? Someone
just refused.
Did
She's
he
like, no, fuck off.
No, you get. Well, it's a very.
I think he just pays to fuck. Yeah, a bit of DNA, a bit of NDA.
There's quite few billionaires that are like, if you are beyond between 28 and 35, I will pay all of the expenses, but I want you to be my son. It's like a billionaire fucking trend.
Did you hear about that Chinese man that managed to sue his wife because they went into an agreement, they got married, they had sex, he wasn't happy with how his children looked.
Oh, yes.
Then he found an old picture of her. Turns out she had a ton of fucking surgery.
Oh, yeah.
And then he's like, well, this isn't what I signed up for. He sued her for having ugly kids. And
for false advertising.
Yeah.
This isn't in China. No, this is in
China.
Yeah.
But
we're gonna have to probably check that story.
No, that story is right. No, he sued them for like having ugly children, for like false advertising, because she'd had like a nose job and all this and this.
So what's happening with the eggs now? Eggs gone? Eggs free?
No, so the eggs are in
not
there.
still paying for the
and
eggs.
I said, but they gave me a few extra years for free because of the experience.
Well, you complained because you were like, this is extreme.
I went afterwards. I was like crying, and I went into this woman's office who is some sort of executive.
So
I know.
Yeah.
And she was like trying to calm me down, blah blah. And then Egler had the absolute cheek to say to me, maybe we should bleep her name, I don't know, but anyway, because I'm worried my eggs might go in the bin. She had the cheek. I said to her, you obviously saved money on the anaesthetic that I didn't receive, so you could have a refund for the anaesthetic. And she was like,
because that's a whole...
She was like,
oh, good point.
She said, oh, no, it was part of a deal package that we had that you bought. And I was like, how, seeing as like what I went through, how can you even play that deal number? How about, so that at the time,
I fucking sue you?
At the time,
and your deal is devoid of fucking function.
I know. At the time, I thought, well, what leverage have they got? It's like they could put my eggs in the bin. So I kind of thought, oh, you know, maybe I shouldn't. But then that's fucked up. Like they wouldn't and shouldn't have put the eggs in the bin.
No, I think like, rather than worry about this, but like these people are. You shouldn't have to worry about that. You should you do have legal rights.
Yeah, totally.
On that
to
level.
not be tortured, and also
to not be tortured, especially with something that's has such an emotional weight around it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's like the fact that they even put you in any of those positions as well. The fact that woman is talking to you as if you're a fucking Tesco 2 for 1. It's fucking wild. If I had been near you, I would have like gone absolutely apoplectic. The fact that you're having to advocate for your own healthcare at this really upsetting time, and as a woman, another woman is doing that for you, is fucking wild.
Yeah, totally.
They're all, it's like all such like a sort of industrial like a fertility industrial complex that takes any fucking care. And you've also paid for it privately. Yeah. Well, you kind of expect it sometimes in the NHS, but to pay fucking 10 grand to
Yeah.
essentially be fucking abused like
I know,
that.
and the room was ugly as well.
Yeah.
And they had no art direction or aesthetic is an insult. And
Yeah.
you should be entitled to full compensation.
Yeah, I
for that.
know. And then you kind of think, oh, I don't want to piss these people off, because I went through so
I know,
much.
but
I was
that's
like, I
fear.
don't want. Because also, you'd never really know what they've done with your eggs anyway.
Yeah, but
they could not be non-existent, and you'd
Yeah.
never know.
No, but you know,
and
How do we know they're not selling your eggs
No,
on?
but this is the
Yeah,
this is the
exactly,
difference,
exactly.
right? There's a difference.
Who fucking knows?
But there's a difference between NHS, between private healthcare, and then the healthcare that I've seen, which was with a very famous person who hired a fixer for his girlfriend that was 5k a day. So they were in the Mayo Clinic.
Right.
She had some mystery illness. They were in there. He was a famous whatever. She was having some mystery illness. They hired, so he's in the Mayo Clinic is probably about £5,000 a day anyway. They hired a fixer on top of that, which is this person that deals with any kind of, like, he mostly deals with like famous people and then like the whole Saudi empire. So,
Right.
and you hire him to make the whole thing smooth in a private healthcare.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So, for example, this person that I was with, that was a friend at the time, was having had all these tests, these like thousands of pounds worth of tests in this place, which was like £5,000 a day. And basically, one doctor says, well, we can't really do anything to help the pain. The fixer comes in, who is a doctor, and he says, well, there is one suppository that would really work.
Oh.
And he's like, shall I see if I can get it for you? And I was like, I was there in the room, and I was like, well, she was just told she can't take anything. And he's like, yeah, let me just see how that works. And he comes back in, and it was something like, I can't remember what the drug was like. It was beginning with V, but he was like, yeah, I've got access to it. But he's like, I'll see if they've got it in the medical cupboard. Now, this person's like subsidiary to the hospital.
So this must be like a really controlled drug.
I mean, this was,
like a
it
real
was,
good,
yeah.
like really
also,
good.
everyone had told her she couldn't take anything. And
Yeah.
he was like, no, it'll be fine. So anyway, he comes in, he's like, oh, look, they're being really tight. I can't get into the medical cupboard. I can't get it for you. Right. And I said, I said to him, it was a real letdown. You got us really excited.
Yeah.
We all thought that there was this wild suppository.
Yeah.
I was going to take it.
Beginning with V,
I was like, this sounds like the best drug on the planet.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He was like, well, do you want me to just get it for you anyway? And I was like, is that an option?
Yeah.
He said, yeah. And then he just wrote a private prescription. He's like, go to this place in Kensington,
Yeah.
and then
Ooh.
you'll get what you want. So at this point, we leave the
That was the
hospital.
last time we ever saw Bert.
We take a taxi to Kensington, walks into this like nondescript clinic,
Oh,
gives
that's
his
so
prescription open,
Kensington.
and
That
just
is
comes
so
out.
Kensington.
And it just showed me that you have enough money.
Yeah.
Everything. What's the fixers? All they do. And I said, "What's your job?" He says, "I just lubricate everything."
Oh.
He just lubricates so that. But I mean, it's £5,000 a day to do that.
Yeah.
But it just showed me the difference between NHS, private, and then private plus.
Private plus, yeah.
Yeah.
Private plus is that you basically all the forms get filled in for you, all the insurance is done, and someone just gives you any drug that you fucking want.
Yeah.
Good.
And you go and pick it up at like Bethnal Green chemist.
And also, what was it like? What was this?
Well, I didn't take it.
Oh, okay. You
I mean, I
take it,
really
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
want a suppository in my
yeah,
ass
yeah,
that
yeah.
night.
Yeah.
It was her thing, but anyway. I feel like I'm being really echoey.
I have like terrible news.
What? We run
We're
out.
at an hour. We've had so much fucking fun. We've literally.
Oh.
I thought,
Okay, God.
I thought you
We've
were going
like-
to say
I think we might have to I think we might have to have Millicent back.
Yeah, like some of these
Oh, can
episodes,
you-
we're at 45 minutes. I'm like,
No,
we
but
need to
maybe you
stretch
could
it
come
out.
back.
Like we've like gone over an hour.
Okay.
And like.
Okay.
We literally
We
feel
haven't
like we
even
haven't
milked
even
it.
touched. We haven't
See-
even scratched Millicent.
scratch the
know.
edge.
Oh, we have.
Yeah. Don't worry.
I think we might have to have. We have to do part two.
I think we need a part two.
But
Definitely.
we also need
Defo.
to time out.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Shall I
Very
just start
intense.
talking?
We've all had a procedure.
Yeah.
We've all had procedures. Thank you. Anyway,
Oh,
I mean,
yes,
like,
thanks.
I mean, yeah, we can't keep
Yeah.
can't keep you in this hospital for long.
Wow, it's been incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, one
Yeah,
of
really
our
good fun.
most
Thank you.
epic guests.
It's one of our most epic guests.
Oh,
yeah.
thanks.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
what happened to the wig
Defo.
this week, though?
I'm gonna do wig for
can't do
part
it.
two.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
perfect.
part two.
perfect,
I
If you
think
come in for
perfect.
part two,
Why do you
we'll
come
go wiggery.
after-
Yay.
after
You could bring in a wig too.
I think
we'll have a wig week.
when's the next
Yeah,
when's the
let's do
next
it.
book out?
August, and then another in November.
Well, then we should do one around August then.
Yeah.
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 Be boiling hot. We can have mojitos. Or
Which
something.
means we'll actually have to release it that week as well.
Fine.
Fine. We'll do some ASMR.
Okay, now it's time to go.
Should we do an ASMR log out?
Bye. We don't go to any of the hospitals that we've gone to.
Don't go to any of the hospitals we've been to.
Don't get
Go get those eggs
you're all
done.
in don't freeze your eggs. Eggs with the Eggzibit A.
Eggs.
Bye.
Bye.
3, 2, 1.